I'm not saying anything because there's a certain
No,
team in Philadelphia letting me down. So I'm not.
that's fair. But
I can't even come out here and talk trash for real,
the
bro.
only reason why I was willing to make this space is because of the space that we were just in. Because normally I don't like to like make spaces of other teams that because I'm just not as familiar as they are. So I just let like the people talk about their own teams, right? Especially if I didn't spend much time watching
No,
them.
don't let that
But
idiot
I'm
fan
gonna be
base
honest
talk
with
about
you.
this team.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll poke my head into a lot of spaces. I listened to some Houston spaces, of course, the Warriors, Miami.
W
I
spaces.
did every time I listen to a Brooklyn Nets space, it is by
Idiots, I
far.
know. Idiots, I know. Yes, I
I'm not
know.
even trying to be funny. It
I
is
know.
by far the densest fan base I have ever heard in my
We
life.
know, bro. We know.
I mean, the fucking Nets just scored 127 or something like that.
They're complaining about their
And they
offense,
complain
bro.
about offense. I'm like, nigga, that was not the problem tonight. I don't know if you watched the fucking game, but y'all niggas just scored 120 some plus points. And the thing that you got away from that is that you were complaining about offense. Like, is he fucking retarded? Like, what? Like, I don't understand what he's talking about. Then he was talking about like the lack of free throw shooting, or we need to attack the rim more, bro. For two jump shooters in KD and Kyrie, bro, they finished with 17 free throws amongst one another. KD got to the line 11 times, and what's his name came off the bench and got
Cut.
to the free
It
throw line
cut.
6 times. Like, what did they? So I didn't. I was like, bro, that like the analysis that they're giving is horrible. So I just decided to make another space.
That's why I told you to make a space, bro. I was
Yeah.
sick and tired of. I was in there for like a minute, bro. I'm like, we gotta get out
Yeah,
of here.
I was like,
But
this is
nah,
bad talk. So for people who don't know, the Brooklyn Nets fall,
nah.
the Nets fall to 1-4. They just lost to the Dallas Mavericks. I want to say this is like the second and a half game that I've watched. I only watched like another half of their games, but obviously I saw the Bucks game in its entirety.
This is the third time that they've let a superstar cook them
So then
in the
now, so
last week.
that's what I wanted to lead with, and that's why I immediately thought to myself, it needs we need to actually talk about fucking defense here because like Jesus, like stars are, and I know we're early in the season, but like defense has always been a concern and problem with this team. Stars are not just having like good nights; they're like having like some of their
They're
best
having some of the
nights.
best nights they've had in a long
Yeah, like
fucking
Bro,
time.
they're having some of the best nights.
these niggas are letting these niggas put up my career stats on
Yeah,
these niggas night in and night out.
it's crazy. So, and I get like it's Luka, Giannis, and like you're playing some of the league's best of the
John
best.
Morant, Ja as well.
John Morant, like I get that, but like at some point, like you have to come to some type of conclusion of
I mean, they let
what you want
Siakam
to look
cook them
like.
last
Also,
week.
this nigga fucking Wiseman look like Pat Ewing with his catches and hooks is fucking crazy right now. Um, and I mean that in a positive way. Don't niggas like Pat Ewing like no, he looks like very
You mean
fluid.
MJ and Hakeem's son?
Okay.
Oh wow.
So I want to just say that obviously the
The two go
defense
to my franchise.
the defense sucks, but the other part that kind of bothers me is that it's the Ben Simmons situation, and I don't want to like bag
Wait,
on him.
well, can I go in on their defense real quick before you talk about Simmons?
All right, go ahead,
Because
go
I
ahead.
Bro,
think that needs
Kyrie
to be
was
talked
their
about.
best defender tonight.
Which is
I
which is
think
scary that Kyrie might.
That's so
Yeah,
bad, nigga.
scary.
That's so bad.
it was so bad today because I mean there were like four notable points in my head today, right? One was the willing switching of Patty and Kyrie on the like Luca and shit, right? And even though Kyrie he had like a couple possessions here and there, like stripping Luca, on some drives, it's like there were too many times where the defense is having to collapse way too hard, right? Because they're willingly switching these like 6 foot guards on the Luca. Luca comes in, he's hitting corner shooters, collapsing, pass, open shot, or Luca's just taking it himself and getting all the way to the rim. They really need to fix that. Their ability to X out, it's disastrous. They don't have a single smart team defender on the court. I don't even know who their best team defender is, bro. KD, Royce O'Neal, like it's so bad out there. Corner shooters are getting nothing but wide open looks.
Open.
They're relying on
Wide
like
open.
Claxton to make these like 20-foot closeouts consistently to get stops. I mean, they're very bad on the glass. Giving up so many loose balls to just guys who are their size. I mean, what they have on the what? I know they out rebounded them, but like just too many times you feel like Dallas was just kind of in there, and Brooklyn wasn't able to like secure a stop. So like defensively, everywhere on the court, they're just lacking like a lot of stuff. So yeah, you can talk about Simmons now. I just had to get that out of the way, man. They were just so bad defensively.
Ben Simmons dead ass. Like I seen that post by Mark Jackson Burner, and I forgot Ben Simmons actually was able to do that shit. Like I'm not sure how bad.
Man, Luka just that nigga, man. All this other shit.
How bad the injury he was, but like this nigga has taken like such a huge regression defensively, and not only that, it's like his confidence is completely shot. It's getting better game by game. But, like, you still need more of that from him. And plus, if you're letting Kyrie Irving outshine you and you're, like, an all-defensive caliber player because we've seen it from you, like, that's just I mean,
I don't even think – I thought Kyrie's off-ball defense was terrible today. Yeah. He gave up, like, 4 open corners.
I think on ball –
the Nets all-ball defense in general.
Bro, KD and Kyrie nearly combined for 80 points tonight, and they still lost, bro.
And back-to-back games.
Can we talk about
back-to-back
games? KD put on the
Luka just for him.
Can we talk about how ever since KD put on a Nets jersey, he hasn't been clutch? Like,
wait, Trey,
he was clutch as hell last year.
Stop, Trey. Don't have me yelling in here.
He was clutch when he played with next to James.
I was about to start yelling. Look, about the defense. Yeah, the defense. It's a problem because they very clearly, or it's like defensive schemes that these players are taking from their other units onto this roster, and like these are players who are on teams or just in general who are practicing defensive schemes or skill sets or like just things to do defensively as if they're on an elite defensive unit where they can kind of get away with some of the shit.
They were switching everything.
Like you're saying, like the switching.
Well,
that's
what they do. They switch everything.
But that's what I'm saying.
Squad used to own Luka every possession.
Yeah,
you switch almost everything when you have somebody who can help at either weak side or in the paint, or you're switching because you believe that like you are already a weak defender, so you want to switch off that man to put a better defender on there. But the problem is that it's another weak defender coming on here. And if Simmons is the only, like, let's just say, because Simmons was also spotty defensively, Kyrie gives quality effort when he's on ball. But like, if that's what they're going to do, like, they're basically giving opposing teams what they want in the first place. Like, there's no resistance, there's nothing fighting over screens. They're just giving it to them, and then they're just switching everything. And it's like, bro, you're doing what they want you to do, which is why it results in every team that they face getting quality looks anytime they want it. So, like, the problem with the team is that, like, they're doing that, but then because they're doing that, you can't even receive the best benefits from Simmons because if Simmons wants to either be on ball or even if he wants to help, he's being switched on a player that's now in the corner. And, like, now he's fucking removed from the game. It was the same thing that happened.
Lo, I told you this would happen. I told you how the Nets played. And niggas tried to act as if I said it from the jump that the Nets play is switch everything defense, and that isn't going to benefit and maximize who Simmons is as a defender. Yeah. And I feel as if niggas just kind of overlook that, right? And another thing, bro, their hard-hedged defense today was horrific in that overtime, bro. Giving up back-to-back, wide open above the break threes, bro. Daring guys to hit open shots. It was so disastrous.
But the willingness to switch was just the biggest problem for me. Like, even Kyrie in single coverage with Luka, with Ben Simmons not even looking.
No, but KB, the reason why they're switching is because whenever they try to hard head, you saw what happened when they tried to hard head.
Yeah.
Guys getting wide open.
It was literally, either Luka gets whatever switch he wants and he immediately beats it, he immediately attacks it, or it was, we're gonna throw two to the ball and then Luka dimes us up, bro. Like, their defense was awful this game. I think
it's awful. It wasn't really a matter of switching. It's just they literally do not have an answer for teams who have smart basketball.
Even the Giannis game, bro, Giannis would make reads where, like, that pass to George Hill, for example. Giannis hit that pass maybe 3 to 5 seconds later than he probably should have, and it was still open like 3 fucking seconds later, bro.
These niggas suck. They don't have niggas to fill the gaps. No nigga.
Players are like wait on.
Also, no Paul George slander though.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's another thing. The fucking Clippers.
I shit on about my nigga.
My star player. Nowhere near.
You got shit on about the best player on my team. I ain't gonna lie. The second best player on my team, Trey Mann, also I'll play him that game, but I'm not gonna speak too much.
The fucking Clippers look much worse. The Clippers look much worse than what they probably should look already.
I mean, Kawhi hasn't really played a lot to be fair.
Yeah,
the effort is obviously not there.
Paul George shouldn't look this bad though. I mean, he looked bad against the fucking Lakers. Like even the Lakers should not have been as close as we were to beat that team.
I think,
but
Eli, Duncan Robinson shot may be back by the way.
What's with all these quote unquote contenders looking like losers to start the season?
I think that I'm actually gonna put my tier list video out tomorrow. And I'm gonna stay firm on it. I'm not gonna like change it because of like week 1 of the season. But I just find it. I think a lot of it is just. I think a lot, and I hate to like bail players out, but I think a lot of it is coaching. I think it's coaching, and coaches just not preparing these players accordingly of what they need to do.
Can we talk about how ass Kyrie been this year though?
He was
what? What?
Nigga, what are you talking about?
He's
been
up. I mean, he's been up and down. I think
he's averaging 30 points a game. What are we talking about?
But he hasn't been. Congratulations. Go look at his efficiency tonight,
he had
motherfucker.
3 really good
Go look at it.
games, like
Okay, so we doing field goal percentage instead of true shooting percentage. Be stupid. Okay.
Bro, we're not talk about if Kyrie's good or not, bro. I don't know. I'm not. I think the only thing shaky about him has been his defense. So that's just Kyrie in general. So
I'm not going to be overly critical that Kyrie has games where, or possibly he's like missing some shots.
Though I do think it's a little overly. Though I do think something to question. Though I think it's a little interesting. Like ever since KD came back last season, it feels like Kyrie's been like a lot more. Not ball dominant, but like he's taking a lot more shots than KD. So it's a little interesting.
But I think the reason why is because they still need somebody to get into the lane as much as they possibly can. And KD, to his credit tonight, 11 free throws, but I think Kyrie's ability to just kind of get to the basket and collapse the defense is a bit more. Definitely much better than what we see from what's his name KD. So I think that's fine.
I think that's just how.
I feel like
KD don't even put that much.
We used to say this, with,
but he deserves like 10 free throws a game. But I think
feel like
we used to say this with like Russ, and I just always think that it's corny because it's very clear that that's just how KD wants to play basketball. He wants to play basketball, being like. The second most.
No, Eli, I wasn't saying that was a negative thing.
I don't think it's a negative thing either. I think
I was just saying
I don't mind.
Also, Trey, I'm sorry to tell you, bro, but Kyrie has been surpassed by number 2 in OKC. Like,
oh God,
Kyrie has been surpassed. I mean that. Y'all think I'm trolling?
Niggas are fucking.
That ass better.
Niggas are trying to get me an argument. I'm not here to argue, bro. It's not a space about Kyrie. Gilgeous, bro.
Jesus, I'm trying to get this off. Jesus, what I'm saying is that like the when I'm watching these games from the Nets, from what I've seen, it's just that they're so far removed from the players that the team they're supposed to be, that even when they have nights where both of them are doing exactly what they want to do, like they just have back-to-back nights where like the hypothetical of like who Kyrie and Durant are supposed to be, the result is still them, the opposing team just putting up more points than them. And so when you're like that bad defensively,
that's how you win games, low.
I know, but I'm talking about like them putting up 100. They put 120 some tonight, and they still
in
lost.
overtime, to be fair. But yeah,
but they were on pace to do that almost in regulation because they put up like 100 and what 13 or 15.
It was 112. 112.
So they're still giving up the points though. They're still
the overtime was easily like their worst defensive show.
Yeah, by far. And so if Kyrie and KD are still doing what the things they want to do and still getting to the points, the hypothetical points that people are imagining to how they're going to win games, and you're still losing them because the opposing team is also having crazy, like some of the greatest nights of their careers either, bro, it is literally pointless. I get it that they face some of the better teams in the NBA early on, and I get it that maybe they need some more reps defensively. I also know that Steve Nash is not a good coach. I know that there's nothing about him that screams that he's focusing on a defensive end. And the offense is very rudimentary. It's very simplistic. It's very like we're just giving the ball to Kyrie and KD and having to figure it out.
I don't really think the offense is an issue. I think how they've been offensively has been fine. I think for him it's kind of been the rotations. Like I think at this point he's got to recognize Patty Mills is not a basketball player.
He's not.
And
he's not.
I get he's here to be Ben Simmons is like mediator, I guess. but he's just such a negative.
That's
defensively.
crazy. That's crazy.
Like no, because that's what he was signed here for, to be defensive mediator.
So they go from complete negative on offense to complete negative on defense.
I mean, but don't y'all feel like this is like the same as last season though?
Caleb
Like,
Where have they ever
It's
been a complete
but
negative on offense?
I
What are you
agree
talking
that
about?
it's very similar to
Ben
last
Simmons is
season.
ass, bro.
The
Trey, it's
problem-
over.
It's a complete negative.
Oh, you talking about
offense.
Ben Simmons?
Yeah,
I'm talking about Ben, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, he's been
I
a
agree
negative
that
on the court to start.
it's
Yeah,
very
Simmons has just
similar.
been a negative, and we're just keeping it
Just
above.
has,
It's not a
this
positive.
nigga
getting-
airball. This nigga airball.
It's getting embarrassing,
by the way.
and at some point, if
I
the niggas,
think he's
I
injured.
don't know if it's mental.
That
I don't
doesn't
know if it's
excuse him
physical,
airballing a
But
layup.
if it's physical, bro, niggas gotta swallow their pride and put that dead ass, not play the nigga. Like dead ass. If it's he really isn't physically ready, he should not be playing.
I think he's still a little
atrocious,
hurt,
bro.
but like it's
I
more
think-
so just a
I
lack of
don't think-
It can't be, man. I see multiple
Bro,
times
I
from.
don't think it's that drastic.
That
to
nigga
not play
grabs
him,
it.
especially
I'm not saying
like
I did not say that it was or wasn't, but I think
you
we
just
all have
suggested.
noticed.
No, okay, never mind.
Bro,
After every-
it doesn't. I don't think it really matters because again, he's being
The
coached
offense is
by.
more than fine, bro.
He's being coached by Steve Nash.
That's not the
so
point
he's not,
I'm making,
he's not,
dumbass.
He's
I'm
not.
talking about
He's
the
not
niggas.
gonna.
The nigga was ass on defense today.
Yeah,
Like, what are you
I'm saying like he
talking
hasn't.
the coach don't got shit
Nigga,
to
we
do with
all.
him.
Jesus, it's like one person will talk and then it just like then devolves into like three.
No,
fucking
but below the whole thing is that it's not just offensively. It's like it's defensively. I mean, there's some blow by issues. He's not really Xing out well. I think he had a lot of moments of getting like beat on the glass, not boxing out his man. He just doesn't really look active on the defensive end.
No. I agree, and it does look like.
And
like
combined
he's getting one back into it,
offensively, there's only so much Steve Nash can do when he's airballing point blank layups, and
though. No,
he's
that is also
and he's
true.
not taking Spencer Dinwiddie off the. You know what I mean? Like,
But
what do you
Ben
want him to
Simmons,
do?
He also looks lost when he does have the ball in his hands.
That's how he
and-
always looks.
But but what I'm saying is that I mean, if that's going to just be who he is, I mean, at this point we just have to. I mean, I know people have already said it, but like, I mean, that trade,
Like Simmons,
that
Simmons,
trade is,
like no, like
that
Lo,
trade
Simmons,
is like one of the biggest. That's one of the biggest lost trades imaginable, bro. Like if
no,
he's
because Lo Simmons running into three people and then realizing I actually don't want to force this layup up, and then like looking for a pass, like that's always been in his bag. He's done that.
Oh no,
for
I get that. What I'm saying is that if you're on a team where your coach isn't max, because even in a half court set, like he's using him just like Doc Rivers did, just put him in a dunker. He's still having him. I still don't see.
That's not true. He was a big screener today, man. He was
Oh
actually.
no. But if I saw that more often, yes. But down the stretch of the game, bro, he was just in the dunker. It was like a few possessions where he didn't even look. He just ran. I know exactly where I need to go. I just ran right to the dunker. And so, and what I'm saying is, if that's how he's being utilized, like I don't even know what's the point of him on the court. Y'all are already giving up points on the other side anyway. So who cares?
Bro,
You might as well just maximize what you're gonna get.
Listen, I love Luka, right? I think that Luka is amazing. You know, arguably like the second best player on the planet, right? Arguably, but there is no fucking way that you're Ben Simmons and Luka Doncic clean blows by you.
That's what
Like,
I'm
it
saying.
wasn't-
Back-to-back
it
plays.
It
That
wasn't.
was insane.
It wasn't. No. It wasn't.
Eli was
It wasn't.
back-to-back plays.
It wasn't change. Oh, Luka hit him with a change of direction move. It
No,
left
he
him
just
looking
got
silly.
right by.
No, it was clean. Luka straight line drive blew by this nigga.
So that's what I'm saying. So what's the point then?
And
What-
even
what
when
is
he's
the point?
There's no
Yeah,
point
yeah,
in
yeah,
being
yeah,
there,
yeah.
bro.
it's like he can't move.
If Steve
out there.
Nash is not going to use him properly offensively outside of just screen setting and putting him in the dunker spot, and then defensively he doesn't look anywhere near close to where he did 2 or 3 years ago. And then on top of that, they're switching everything anyway. So they don't switch him, and then all of a sudden he goes from defending point of attack to defending a corner 3-point shooter. It's like, bro, so now he's removed from the play regardless. So what does it matter at that point?
And what's funny,
What does it
Lo, is
matter?
They need to actually run. They
funny
need
is-
to actually run some type of zones because they were like they were talking about it all off season, and they actually implemented some of it in the preseason. Like you seen flashes of it, but when the regular season started, they just defaulted back to who they were originally. So I don't
What do you
understand
mean?
why Steve Nash like even like.
Hey,
tried
I
to,
don't
like,
really
implement
care about
those things.
I don't really care about like media day interviews. You should never be taking.
No, I'm talking about the
serious.
preseason. I'm talking about the preseason.
Are you
Yeah,
talking
even-
about like their
even-
offensive structure?
No, their offensive structure. I mean, like they'll default sometimes, but
I
like
did
that's
ask-
improved. I think. I'm talking about the defensive side of the ball.
Also, it is pretty interesting that these defensive issues are happening with like Joe Harris and Steph Curry not playing.
So that was the other thing, because that's the other thing that the Nets fans was just sitting there and just lie to themselves about. Oh, when
did he got for y'all too?
Yeah, he cut out.
Bro, millionaire Wi-Fi doing it for him
again. When the Nets get in play calling mode, they'll run like 3-4 plays in a row, and it's like this is the opposite approach, but it's giving the same result. Like it makes it just as stagnant as just going fucking pickup ball for the next for 90%.
Wait, what do you mean, Eli? I'm confused. What do you mean by that?
Like I'm saying that, and this has always been like a pretty big criticism of Igor, right? And I think it's pretty clear that he has like a pretty big voice in their offensive structure. There are times where the Nets will call sets, right, with similar spacing concepts, 5, 4, 6, 7 times in a row. That shit makes offense just as stagnant as just going pickup ball. Like it's the opposite approach, but it's giving you the same results. So I don't know. They're weird. Like even though
are you referring to when they in the third when they ran horns 3 plays in a row?
Yeah, I'm not even just that. They've done shit like that before, but they dead ass will run the exact like not the exact same sets, but a set with similar spacing concepts again and again and again and again and again. And that's just as stagnant as if they just went fucking KD ISO jumbo hezzy. Like hezzy jumbo, I mean.
Yeah, no, we got you. I mean, but yeah, they just I don't know. I think offensively though it works. I don't think it's anything unsustainable. Like that's just kind of what's gonna happen when you have players like that. I think their issues are really just defensively and like the lack of positional versatility. It really does stink for them. They also can't even like play I guess their best defender to start the season, and Nick Claxton, because he can't be next to Ben Simmons because we know what Ben Simmons is.
This nigga lose his job. Nigga, sorry.
You said what, AJ?
Ben is legit finna make Nick Claxton lose his fucking job. They had this nigga trying to attempt corner threes and hitting us out of the backboard because Ben fucking sucks.
Yo, I know the offense is not their problem, but like even when Ben's off the floor and you just get let Nick Claxton run the 5, it looks a lot more fluid in terms of.
Honestly, I don't give a fuck if they're scoring or not. They could be scoring more. The offensive process just isn't. Like niggas can say offense isn't the problem. The offense is fine. Yeah, the offense is gonna be pretty fucking good when Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are on the court. But it could be the best in the fucking league, and it's not right now. So you gotta find.
It should be.
You get like I don't give a fuck that they're a top 7 offense. Whoop de fucking do. I could lead a top 7 offense with.
The space might get cooked, man.
It's definitely cooked, bro.
Yeah, it's over.
That one lineup with like Royce, Ben Simmons, Nick
Millionaire Wi-Fi,
millionaire Wi-Fi, man. Always talking about how much money he got.
Lame ass nigga.
You gotta make sure you go subscribe to Eli the Economist YouTube channel, dog.
Hey Ash, this nigga,
Sixers are going 1.
This nigga gonna be on Discord one of these weeks. He gonna be on Discord one of these weeks, man.
I'm out here trying to spread love to the niggas, dog.
Nah, I fuck with you, gang.
He need to buy some new Wi-Fi.
We not gang no more. Bro, who is flushing the toilet, dog?
Yo, how did
no, it's just the sound effects. It's just the sound effects.
No way.
This nigga Eli just loves to come into this damn space and troll, bro. It's so nasty, man. Have some self-respect, goon ass nigga. Trying to throw a blue heart.
When did you add a toilet? When did that become a thing? I didn't even know that.
I don't know. I guess
you have a sound.
Dog, what the?
Yo,
that is
bro.
So nasty. Okay, I'm done, bro.
Yeah, that's funny.
You niggas are nasty.
W Twitter. I thought that was niggas who like they own specific shit, you know? Like they have like how streamers got their shit.
I thought it was at first, but then when I saw that shit,
okay, you niggas are being weird now.